So hello, this is Aaron again, and I finally found some time to do some casting. I made a little split pattern. I think you can get what it is gonna be. I mean, if not, I will make a video on it when I machine that. But I will cast that out of aluminium-bronze. I will go for 11% aluminium. So I'm a little bit in the harder, more brittle range of that alloy. Aluminium-bronze, by the way, is a really nice material. You can fine-tune it from an extremely malleable and corrosion-resistant material that you can use for sheet metal work outside, or anything like making wires, for example, or decorative stuff. It's rich yellow golden and extremely corrosion resistant. It stays shiny and golden even outside. With that higher aluminium content, the hardness increases and it gets a little more brittle, which is of course good, because I don't want to machine stuff that is 3 times as hard as copper and 60% more malleable as pure copper. So with 6% aluminium you get an extremely gummy stuff that is even worse to machine than pure copper. So you don't want to machine that. You want to shoot for something between 10 and 12% to get a good machinable result. So I will just mix that. I will make a mold with oil sand, and then yeah, just mix that stuff up and cast it. Also, copper and aluminium are easy to get, so an aluminium-bronze is probably one of the more available material compositions, and it's quite usable for different things. Depends, of course, how you tune it. And then I will next time I will go into a more complex alloy, where I also add other things. It will be a 7-component alloy, I think. Yeah, if I get it right. And quite an interesting one too, because you can add all kinds of things to copper. Things like nickel, silver, antimony, phosphorus, or iron. You can add iron to copper. And I think one of the, I mean, I did this before with a hobby furnace. I mentioned that I got through 2 of those hobby furnaces, and I will do an autopsy on one of those. I mean, one I still I've already disassembled, but there's still one left, and I can show you how they fail and why you shouldn't use them for brass or bronze, because they don't last long. Well, anyway, I don't know, we'll weigh the material, and will be 890 grams of copper and 110 grams of aluminium. I will not add anything more. Normally I would add some phosphorus, but I'm not sure about that with a plain aluminium bronze. I mean, the phosphides, I think aluminium phosphide isn't that healthy, but I have to look that up. You should really look up when you mix things to not produce some unhealthy stuff, or to at least know that you should not breathe the fumes or use it for food application or anything like that if you create some non-healthy stuff in the alloy. So let's get started. You see me when I fire up the furnace, and then the mold will already be ready. I mean, I don't have to show that. First, I don't have a tripod, and second, if you want to get into that, There are enough videos. Just look at My Fort Boys or Mr. Pete's videos, Mr. Peterson's. Okay, so we'll now start that. Okay, that's stuff partially in. As you can see, it's melting or starting to. This is just some recycled cables, and the same is true for the aluminium. If you want to get pure aluminium or pure copper, cables are a good solution because, or a good option, because any impurity will decrease, not degrease, no, the conductivity of the material. So in cables you typically have pure stuff. So I will now put all that in. I've prepared 2 molds. I've clamped them because with bronze it's much more heavier than aluminium, and it's much easier to let the coke float up on the hot material and the stuff oozes out everywhere. I had that, so don't ask me about that. You may see it's charred from the sides, so that happens if you forget that. Also, you don't want to do that on concrete floor. This is ceramic tiling. If I spill some bronze, it will just crackle a little bit and destroy the tiles. If you spill hot material on concrete, you may get a steam explosions, a lot of liquid metal and concrete shrapnels. That's not good. So if you have a concrete floor, you can build some kind of sandbox, fill it with silica sand, and then you're safe. Put your furnace in there and molds, and it's totally fine. But don't do that on concrete floor without protection. Just a disclaimer. I don't want you to get injured. Yeah, nice. Okay, well, looks good so far. So let's wait for it to solidify and cool down, and then we can have a look. Took a look at the molds, and there's some significant shrinkage here, so I'm not sure, especially that big part, if that's okay, but just let it cool down and we will see. So I just finished the parts. This is the one that I will machine in a future video, and here's some artwork tests. And a lot of breakout here, but those patterns were not exactly ideal. They had a lot of overhang on the sides. So yeah, this is it. First casting. And yeah, I will see you in the next one, whenever that may be. But there will be some coming up on this. So yeah, see you then.